Welcome to SATV News. This is Riaz Mahmood with our headlines. Prime Minister Tariq will inaugurate Farmer Card pre-pilot program on April 14 in Tangail. Education budget will increase, says Education Minister. Spending needs a proper prioritization. Markets will no longer be controlled through syndicates, says the Commerce Minister. Entire supply chain of imported goods will be integrated into an AI model. Viewers, now in details. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman will inaugurate the pre-piloting activities of a farmer card distribution program on April 14 at Shahid Maroof Stadium in Tangail. The pre-pilot phase of the farmer card distribution will be launched simultaneously in 10 upajilas across the country, said PID handout. The selected upajilas are Shibganj, Panchagor, Shodor, Bhoda, Islampur, Shoilkupa, Nisarabad, Juri, Kumilla, Adarsh Shodor, Gwalanda and Teknaf. The program is being introduced as a part of initial implementation efforts ahead of a wider rollout of the farmer card initiative, according to the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Officials say the initiative aims to modernize and streamline services for farmers in line with the government's agricultural support plan. In the first phase, 1,453 farmers in Tangail Shodor Upazila will receive the cards. Department of Agricultural Extension said the card will provide farmers with access to at least 10 types of government benefits, including annual financial assistance of Taka 2,500 subsidies, agricultural loans, seeds and fertilizer. Education Minister Dr. A.N.M. Ehsanul Haq Milan today said the education budget will be increased in the future, but it is essential to properly determine where and how that money will be spent. He stated that there is no alternative to setting the right priorities on spending to ensure improvement in the quality of education. He made these remarks while speaking as the chief guest at a seminar organized on the occasion of the Regional Skills and Innovation Competition at the Shahid Osman bin Hadi Auditorium of Rashtriya Polytechnic Institute. During the session, the Education Minister also said special emphasis has been placed on technical education. The Prime Minister has already given priority to this sector, he added. At the same time, he said under no circumstances should technical education be neglected. Rather, a new revolution must be brought through this education. He further urged everyone involved in education to play a responsible role, saying that everyone must work together for the purpose of nation building. Commerce Minister Khandogar Abdul Muqtadir has said markets will no longer be controlled through syndicates, vowing that the notion of syndicate-based market control will be eliminated from Bangladesh. He made these remarks this morning while inaugurating the country's first direct farmers sales centre, Farmers Market, at Tilagor in the city, an initiative taken by the district administration and the Department of Agricultural Extension. The minister said the entire supply chain of imported goods will be integrated into an AI model to keep prices of essential commodities stable, adding that this will help the government strengthen market monitoring and maintain stability in market conditions. He also said the scope of the Trading Corporation of Bangladesh's activities will be expanded. The government currently provides a subsidy of Taka 3,200 to Taka 3,300 crore annually for TCB operations, which he said will be reduced while its activities will be increased. Information Minister Zahiruddin Shapon today urged newly qualified chartered accountants to prepare themselves to face the challenges posed by artificial intelligence and a rapidly evolving digital landscape. He made the call while addressing the 22nd convocation of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Bangladesh as the chief guest at a hotel in the capital. The minister said the world is now in the internet era where communication science has seen remarkable development and modern corporate systems have become largely technology driven. He wished the new chartered accountants a bright future, expressing hope that their professional success would contribute significantly to national development. Professor Salimullah Khan, chairman of the Financial Reporting Council, Mohammad Sajjad Hussain Bhuiya, and ICAB president NKA Mobeen also spoke at the event. A fire that broke out this morning at the Chittagong shopping complex near gate number 2 in the port city has been brought under control after approximately 2 hours of frantic efforts. According to the fire service and civil defense, the blaze originated around 9:45 a.m. on Saturday. Firefighters received the first report shortly after and quickly dispatched 5 units to the scene to contain the blaze. The fire was brought under control by around 12 p.m. Primary reports suggested that the fire might have started from a warehouse on the second floor of the building. However, the exact cause behind the blaze has not yet been confirmed.
Hello and welcome to International Affairs, and my name is Shamsul Alam Panta.
I don't see an easy resolution to this because every slight deviation from the plan,
opening an open war conflict with them,
testing nuclear missiles,
Russia's announcement of these supposed
Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with us.
the successful testing.
Special and exclusive footage that is being played on SATV screen.
Really coming to terms with Hamas.
Damage estimated between this entire issue.
President Trump is expected to hold bilateral talks.
preserving biodiversity and tackling climate change.
We cannot protect the planet before we negotiate peace.
Where is it going? Is it understanding the needs of its people before the needs of this global world?
For China to come to agreement,
They will face better projects.
With President Xi of China and President Lee of South Korea.
Trump's White House that is in favor of these things.
simply not enough action being taken to address the problem of fossil fuels.
What their plan initially is towards the Caribbean, a place that has been met with two types of disasters.
Bangladeshi students at the same level of opportunity internationally and domestically.
Welcome back. You are watching SATV News. Now, news from abroad. US Vice President J.D. Vance held talks with Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif on Saturday. The White House and the Sharif's office said ahead of negotiations with Iran seeking to end their 6-week-old war. US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and President Donald Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner were also taking part. Prime Minister expressed the hope that these talks would serve as a stepping stone toward a durable peace in the region, Sharif's office said. Earlier, the U.S. delegation, led by Vice President J.D. Vance and including President Donald Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff and son-in-law Jared Kushner, was greeted by Pakistan's Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar. Donald Trump said the Strait of Hormuz would reopen fairly soon with or without Iran's assistance, as Tehran's effective blockade of the waterway continues to disrupt energy supplies worldwide. The president also said the U.S. would open up the Gulf and that other countries were ready to help out. It won't be easy, Trump told reporters on Friday before peace talks between U.S. and Iranian negotiators in Pakistan. Trump did not elaborate on how the U.S. would unblock the critically important checkpoint. He warned that he would not accept Iran's effective imposition of a toll booth system on shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez urged Europeans on Friday to act to prevent Lebanon from becoming a new Gaza, calling for a consistent response to what he described as a flagrant violations of international humanitarian law. Speaking at the European Pulse Forum in Barcelona, Sanchez said Europe had to act coherently if it wanted credibility on the world stage, including in the support it has offered Ukraine in its fight against Russia's invasion. Sanchez also reiterated his call of the European Union to suspend its association agreement with Israel, saying the bloc should reopen with consistency. He said the agreement's provisions, particularly those linked to respect for international and humanitarian law, were being violated. The Spanish leader has emerged as one of Europe's strongest critics of Israel's military actions in the region.
En el Líbano, porque ante violaciones flagrantes del derecho internacional humanitario, Europa tiene que.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un met China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi in Pyongyang on Friday, state-run television KRT reported on Saturday. Kim said it was important for North Korea and China to intensify exchanges and contracts at various levels, and that stronger bilateral ties were vital to safeguard shared interests, KRT said. China and North Korea should further enhance communication and coordination in major international and regional affairs, Wang said in a meeting with Kim, China's official statement showed. Wang is on a two-day visit to Pyongyang from Thursday that aims to advance ties between the two countries after the COVID-19 pandemic froze exchanges and as North Korea's Kim shored up relations with Moscow.
중공산당 중앙연구회 총석이며 중화인민공화국 주석인 특검경동지가
6 Palestinians were killed and others wounded in an Israeli drone strike early Saturday morning in Al Bureij refugee camp and Khan Yunis in the central and southern Gaza Strip, the official Palestinian news agency WAFA reported. When asked about the incident, the Israeli military said IDF troops struck an armed Hamas terrorist cell that approached the yellow line.
International Affairs. Watch every Sunday to Thursday at 2 p.m. only on SATV and SATV Digital.
Russian forces launched a massive drone offensive across Ukraine in the early hours of Saturday, killing 2 people in Odessa and injuring 17 others in Sumy, local officials and military authorities reported. The Air Force of the Armed Forces of Ukraine stated that
Hello and welcome to International Affairs, and my name is Shamsalam Panta.
I don't see an easy resolution to this because every slight deviation from the plan,
opening an open war conflict with them,
testing nuclear missiles.
Russia's announcement of these supposedly successful testing.
Special and exclusive footage that is being played on SATV's screen.
Really coming to terms with Hamas.
Damage estimated between this entire issue.
President Trump is expected.
large vented, including artillery fire and tank developments, state television reported. The exercises were overseen by Revolutionary Armed Forces Minister, Army Corps General Alvaro Lopez Miera, who addressed the troops during the drill. Havana has declared 2026 the year of defense preparation, with exercises held every weekend as a part of her nationwide defense strategy. The exercises come as tensions with the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump continue mounting, as Trump recently said he expected to have the honor of taking Cuba in some form and that I can do anything I want with the neighboring country.
To hold bilateral talks.
Native journalist, a Russian court on Friday ordered the detention of Oleg Roldugin, an investigative journalist for independent newspaper Novaya Gazeta, following his arrest a day earlier. Roldugin was arrested on Thursday in a case involving alleged misuse of personal data following a search of his home and a raid by masked security agents on the offices of Novaya Gazeta, one of Russia's best-known investigative outlets. Russia has tightened its censorship laws and increased pressure on independent media since it launched its war in Ukraine in 2022. In another case this week, the FSB Security Service said it had detained a freelance journalist in Siberia on suspicion of treason. Splashdown of Artemis 2 astronauts concludes a 10-day moon mission. The Artemis 2 capsule and its 4-member crew streaked through Earth's atmosphere and safely splashed down in the Pacific Ocean on Friday after nearly 10 days in space, capping the first voyage by humans to the vicinity of the moon in over half a century. NASA's gumdrop-shaped Orion capsule, dubbed Integrity, parachuted gently into the sea off the Southern California coast shortly after 5 p.m., concluding a mission that took the astronauts deeper into space than anyone had flown before. Recovery teams were standing by to secure the floating capsule and retrieve the crew. U.S. astronauts Ray Wiseman, 50, Victor Glover, 49, and Christina Koch, 47, along with Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen, 50. The Artemis 2 flight, traveling a total of 6,94,392 miles across the 2 Earth orbits and a climactic lunar flyby, some 2,52,000 miles away, was the debut crewed test flight in a series of Artemis missions that aim to start landing astronauts on the lunar surface starting in 2028. Before ending, we go through the headlines again. Prime Minister Tariq will inaugurate Farmer Card pre-pilot program on April 14 in Tangail. Education budget will increase, says Education Minister. Spending needs the proper prioritization. Markets will no longer be controlled through syndicates, says the Commerce Minister. Entire supply chain of imported goods will be integrated into an AI model. You are updated with our top stories so far here on SATV, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.